The Busan shows are in the books, and now Hive's putting them in a book. 2 of them, actually. If you're just joining us, Busan's ARIRANG concerts had already grown past a 2-night stadium stop. There were lodging complaints, questions over public resources, official fan activations, all of it converging as the city braced for a BTS-scale influx. Officials expected roughly 100,000 visitors around the June 12 and 13th shows, and they framed the whole city as a festival zone. Transit, tourism sites, local businesses, all pulled into the orbit.
This is BTS Daily. Festa just pivoted from a 110,000 fan homecoming to a lyric analysis book and a Korean cookbook. We're unpacking what the week actually meant. Liz, where do we start?
Here's some Hati Bhattacharya at IBTimes Singapore.
BTS has unveiled another surprise for fans during this year's BTS Festa celebrations, announcing a new publishing project that will bring readers closer to the group's music, stories, and favorite foods. The global K-pop sensation has partnered with Hachette Book Group's Running Press, Cake Corp, and Big Hit Music to release a series of officially licensed books, with the first title set to arrive later this year.
Okay, so amid all the Busan noise, Hybe quietly drops a book deal. BTS Lyrics Inside, September 15th, with all 7 members talking through what the songs actually mean. And they're pulling from proof and the most beautiful moment in life. Like they're canonizing the youth era stuff. Boy with Love's in there too.
What gets me is how the register changes. A concert is the loud version of Legacy. A lyric analysis book is the quiet, archival version. Same project, different shelf life. And it's not a one-off. Running Press, Cake Corp, and Big Hit lined this up as a multi-title run through 2027, same window as the tour. Pretty deliberate packaging, not a Festa freebie.
The members weighing in on their own lyrics is the part I want, though. Suga explaining a line in his own words versus us guessing in the comments for 10 years?
10 years of fan exegesis officially overruled. I'm cautiously thrilled and slightly threatened. Han Hae-sun, writing in STARNEWS.
BTS held BTS World Tour ARIRANG in Busan at the Busan ASIAD Main Stadium on the 12th and 13th, meeting with approximately 110,000 fans. An online streaming was simultaneously broadcast via the global superfan platform Weverse, with viewers from 191 countries and regions joining in.
110,000 fans across 2 nights at the Busan ASIAD, and Jimin and Jungkook standing there saying, "It feels like a dream to hold a concert in our hometown." All week we wondered if this would be the moment. There's the answer.
And the buildup we'd been watching through all that lodging and transit pressure? It turned into a 110,000 fan homecoming. The civic anxiety just exhaled. The date is the thing for me. June 13, the 13th anniversary, at the same Busan venue they played last before enlistment, 3 years and 8 months ago. Suga's line about "today remembered forever" plays as more than marketing there. The geography of their whole timeline is closing a loop.
And Weverse pulling 191 countries plus live viewing in over 80. So meeting 110,000 fans is the in-stadium number. The actual room was the planet.
Sportal Korea with Lee Jae-hoon.
Like the lyrics of the track C, which said, "The scary desert became an ocean filled with our blood, sweat, and tears." The faint anxiety of youth and the solid comfort that originated from it are the hardest emotional ground that makes fandom army feel in solidarity across borders.
Sportal Korea is running this Ma City and Sea angle, BTS taking something local and making it travel. And now that 110,000 fans actually walked into Asiad Main Stadium across the 12th and 13th, that framing isn't just a press pitch anymore.
The sea lyric they pull. The scary desert became an ocean filled with our blood, sweat, and tears. That's the one that does it for me. Busan Sea standing in for the whole climb out.
What I like is they didn't reach for some grand statement. I walked to the beach in Busan. Tiny, specific, and somehow that's the line carrying it for overseas army who've never been.
And Ma City, Suga's hometown shout, "Old men, raise your hands, come to Ma City." Getting sung in the actual city? That's the receipt landing on the city it was written about.
The netizen read I Saw leaned the same way. The unfamiliar second city became the most familiar skyline in the world for 2 nights. I think that's earned, not spin. From Soldier Field.
Pop royalty BTS announced their long-awaited return to the global stage with their world tour spanning 2026 to 2027. Set to be the biggest global K-pop tour of all time and the largest of their career to date, the run will span 34 regions and 79 shows, featuring first-ever performances in several cities and marking a historic new chapter for the group and their global fanbase army.
So after the Busan opener we just unpacked, here's the number I haven't actually said out loud all week. The Soldier Field event page lays out 34 regions, 79 shows, spanning 2026 into 2027. That's the full scale of the run.
79. And the detail I keep circling is who's saying it. That's the venue's own page calling it the largest tour of their career, not a HYBE press blast. The buildings are making the claim now.
Right, billed flat out as the biggest global K-pop tour of all time. Kicks off April 9th in Goyang, 3 nights together before Tokyo.
And first ever shows in Bogota, Buenos Aires, Kaohsiung. That's the part that hits me. Cities that have been begging for years, finally on the list.
Tampa launches North America April 25th and 26th, back-to-back at Raymond James. Multi-night stadium stops everywhere. Chicago, London, Paris, East Rutherford, LA. They're not doing single nights anywhere. If BTS Daily is part of your routine, take a second to subscribe or leave a review wherever you're listening. It really helps other fans find the show and keep up without the rumor fog. What we're watching next. BTS Lyrics Inside and the BTS Recipe Book are both scheduled for release on September 15th. We'll keep an eye on any official details as that date gets closer. Links to every story from today's briefing are in the show notes, so if something caught your ear, you can head there and read it straight from the source. That's BTS Daily Podcast for today. This is a Lantern Podcast.